Buongiorno. Welcome again to Dr. Bellucci's Pasta Playoffs. I thought I'd change things a little bit this time by starting our show at one of Milford's fine Italian delicatessens. All right, John, tell us a little bit about Gene's Variety. How long has this place been in business? Who started it?
Well, we started, Gene Guido is my wife's grandfather. He started this in the mid-40s, and it originally was ice cream, and evolved into a sporting goods and toy store for a while. And then in about 1960, it turned into a delicatessen. They brought cold cuts into Milford, and still is that right now. Still going strong.
We're not going to go too much into it, but all the ingredients for chicken marsala you could buy here at Gene's.
Sure can.
We have some. Today's meal is chicken marsala, which has its origins from Sicily. So today's meal will consist of chicken, mushrooms, and marsala wine. Most chefs, when they make chicken or veal marsala, will very often pound their meat in order to make it thinner to cook better. I believe without pounding, you have a thicker piece, which is more succulent. And basically, I try to cut pieces that are approximately the same size. So we have our chicken pieces. Very often, people will take this and put it directly into flour. I prefer to put things in an egg, milk, and a little garlic combination, and you just kind of mix that up with your hands. It adds a lot of flavor and a little more body to the marsala sauce, which is pretty thin and pretty simple. Then I take this chicken and I put it into some flour, which has some parsley. So now we've heated our fry pan. I have some olive oil in there, and I'm going to add a little bit more. And you want to add a little butter to this recipe. Just a small dollop of butter there. Then we're going to take some shallots, and a nice way to cut them, because they're small, is just make some little incisions there. No recipe is complete without some garlic, so we'll put a little bit of garlic in there. Although these shallots are quite strong, they almost smell like garlic. I'm going to stir this around a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of carrot also in there, mostly just for color. We try to get most of it in the pan. Then we're going to add our pieces of chicken. We're going to add some of these beautiful shiitake mushrooms. I like those. You can use any kind of mushroom or brown mushroom. Alright, so now we're going to add some pine nuts in there. We're going to season it now a little bit with some salt and pepper, even though I did season the egg batter at first. It's cooking up very nicely. It's just about right. So we're just going to flip these guys now. It's just starting to get brown. Probably could cook a little bit more. And the key thing now is adding the marsala wine before the broth. Actually, I may throw a little lemon juice in there too. And then we're going to add the marsala. I'd say approximately somewhere around a half a cup or so. It sort of reduces itself. And then we're going to use a little beef broth. The collagen is fine. I'd say slightly less than a half cup. So at this point, because it's a little thin, I'm just going to add a little more of the flour that I had left over. So at this point, basically, you cook, the whole cooking time is probably about 20 minutes max. So when you think you're almost done, a good idea is take one of the larger pieces and cut it and look and see if you're close. And this one here is pretty perfect. It's nice and moist, there's no pink, but it looks just about right. So I think we'll be ready to put this on the side. Hopefully you had your pasta already prepared, and throw this on top. We're at the house of the Casa Santos. We have Violet and Jamie. Alrighty, so we're gonna have Jamie cook now. We'll see how she does her marsala, and we'll let her explain the little differences between how she cooks it and I cook it, and we'll take it from there.
We start with the chicken. I've already pounded some of the chicken out. We pound it out to tenderize it. This is just to get your chicken mostly the same thickness so that they cook at about the same time. Sometimes you don't even need to pound them if they're thin enough. Those are good.
Beautiful to see the trick. She's got it in the bag.
Yes.
Very good. Otherwise it sticks to your hammer.
Yeah, it makes a mess. Okay, and then I salt and pepper the cutlets, which, as I said, I've already done the others there.
Perfect.
All right, so now we're gonna flour these. So again, I use the bag so it doesn't fly everywhere. So now we're going to fry these up. And these don't usually take too long to cook.
So in there you have olive oil and butter?
Olive oil and butter. I like to leave them until they get a little toasty. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Now, from here, I'm going to put my vegetables in. So I have some mushrooms. I have a combination of the baby bellas and the shiitake. And then I have my onions and a little bit of shallots and some capers. I love capers, so I put capers in everything.
That's all right.
Now I'll cook these until they get tender. And if it dries up, because the mushrooms absorb a lot of the butter and the oil, so if it gets dry, I'll always add a little bit more oil. Okay, so now I'm going to add the liquids. So I use chicken broth and the marsala.
Well, it looks really beautiful. Cooking all those mushrooms together really is very nice. And I'm going to go for one of the... Perfect.
You like it?
Very nice. Yep, thank you.
Good.
Delicious. All right, so we're going to go over to Louis tomorrow. Here we are once again at Cafe Sorrento, owned by Louis and Linda Chesky. And we have our 3 Milford Wisemen today. Yep. Alrighty, so we're going to bring out the chicken marsala here, and you're all going to taste. What you're going to do is one's going to be on a red plate, one's going to be on a green plate. Don't show your other judge. At the end, you'll pick, and whichever one you like best, you put face down over here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there you go. Oh, what a pretty smile. Whoever I pick, I'm sorry. Oh. You know, very nice.
The first one is red. Second one's red. Third one is green. Red is the winner, Jamie and Violet. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. All right, so basically we'll try one more show before the summer, and we're gonna do steak pizzaiolo, and we're gonna change it a little bit. So anybody who's interested in cooking, steak pizzaiolo. Thank you.